Hello to everybody out there that's joining us for the worldwide NAD launch watch party. We're super excited for you guys to join us today. Some of you are very familiar faces to us. Some of you are joining for the very first time. And I promise you this, we will have people all over the world that are tuning into this. And I can't wait for you to hear what we have our hands on, because it's absolutely rocked our world over the course of the last 8 years. We've got a stellar lineup for you to just learn from, to be educated from tonight. Again, some top doctors like Dr. Brimhall, Dr. Bryan, Dr. Silverman, Dr. Gandhi, Dr. Dondi Nettles. And then we've also got some amazing entrepreneurs like Tanya Sheldon, Marcy Nettles, and Taylor Worry. So without further ado, we really want to kick this off and just get started and introduce all of our great friends. And I'll turn it over to you, Michelle.
All right. Hi, everybody. We are Sean and Michelle Poe, and we are here from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and we are so grateful, so blessed, and honored that you are taking a little bit of time tonight to be here with us. And, you know, we really want to welcome you to this blessing and this gift. And we want to say, you know, thank the person that invited you to this opportunity tonight to hear this information. Thank them and just say, you know what? I appreciate you so much for thinking of me, because this is what it is here with all of us that are here and anybody that invited you to this tonight. They love you, they care about you, and they want the best for you. This is information that Sean and I were introduced to, my gosh, just over 8 years ago. And I will tell you, it's completely changed our lives in so many ways. And we want to be able to help you tonight. You know, we don't know if you're coming here and you're like, what in the world is going on? What are these people talking about? Or some of you are here like, you know what? I hear this is about health and vitality and really taking ownership of my health and my family and, you know, all of that. And some of you may be here just going, you know what? These people look happy. You know, my friend that invited me here tonight, they're around some really wonderful people. And I want to be a part of a real big mission out there. So there's just lots of different reasons. And one thing that I always know, that it's not by chance that you're watching tonight. I absolutely know that it's not by chance that you're watching tonight. I know that it's not by chance that my girlfriend, Nikki Elsing, shared this with me. And I thank God for her every day for doing so. So we're going to get right into it and see, you know, what it is and how this blessing of information can be of benefit to you and your loved ones tonight. So should we get going right away?
Yes. Let's introduce Dr. Brett Brimhall.
Yes, Dr. Brett Brimhall. Good evening. He is coming to us from Arizona. Dr. Brett is a dear friend of ours. He is married. He's got children. And well, here, let's read some of this because it's too good not to.
Well, I love the fact that him and his father pioneered the 6 steps to wellness. And they really are renowned chiropractors across the globe, and people pick up and move their lives to be treated by Dr. Brimhall. So,
and there's even a chiropractic method called, what's it called, Brett? The Brimhall method.
The Brimhall 6 steps to wellness. Yeah.
There you go.
That's awesome.
There you go. We actually met somebody here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota that said, the Brimhall, like, is he like a part of the Brimhall thing? And I'm like, and he's a good guy. And you guys can all tell, I'm sure, if you see him on the screen, and you will see him, he's very humble and kind and generous. And he's literally traveled the world, you know, educating, been married for 23 years, and his family is his life. He's actually on the scientific advisory board with our company. And, you know, he saw a change, and maybe Brett, you'll be talking about this, but he saw a change in a young boy that he was helping. And he just said, you know what, I need to really dig into the science and why this is such a big deal. So Brett, we're going to just turn it over to you. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to bless everybody here tonight.
Hey, thank you guys. This is really appreciated. Actually, my first exposure to really LifeVantage after what I saw happen to that little boy was flying to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, because guys, the last 25 years, my life has been teaching and training physicians. My dad started formulating nutrition back in the 1970s. I grew up in that arena. So we worked with 3 different companies over the last 25 years, formulating specific mineral supplements. What we tried to always do is try to fit the person and not the person to the product, right? We want to have unique products that affected people in a unique way. And so my foundation was body itself. It wanted to do so. It was trained to do so. We just help it out. So what sets this apart is the way after I treated really every week for a year, and he was doing 35 hours of therapy on top of that. I literally watched him unfold after 11 days on this product, which we call Axial, which is liquid, what we call liquid brain food, but literally it unlocked his brain ability to communicate, function, and express himself. And I watched him go from his ability to behave differently and to perform differently. And so that made me realize that what I was giving to him was not doing what this did. And so I found myself on an airplane to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and to change the way I looked at formulation of nutritional products. So what you're going to hear about tonight is you're going to hear about a concept that the body wants to get better. It's designed to get so, but we need to find ways to activate it differently. So we don't want to treat symptoms. We want to treat systems of body and help the body perform as it's designed to perform. If the body doesn't need any help, it just needs no interference. Unfortunately, in the day and age which we live, there's plenty of interference interfering with our body's ability to communicate, control, and adapt to its environment. And so what you're going to hear about today is when I remember thinking and asked the question, why do these products do what they do? Because when we formulated, we would look at supplements, we'd look at the research, and then we say these could be combined together to do these different things. But we didn't have an ability to test it to be able to see how much it activated the gene expression. So what you're going to learn about, literally, I wish I would have known about 15 years ago, at least been open to it. Because my own mom passed away from environmental exposure that she had when she was a young girl, but didn't manifest into her 60s into a cancer. And so understanding genetics now and how genetics are influenced day to day and what happens today, how they express down the road, makes me very excited to be on the board with these group of people, from pharmacists to medical doctors to chiropractors, to really say, look, we want to get this information out to more people, because I wish I would have known or been open to know what I now know. And because of what I now know, I can help impact people's lives in a totally different way. So this is very unique and very different to have this many different specialties in in the medical profession together with the desire to help change and impact people. So when you guys learn about this, you're going to have nutrigenomics, the idea that the body can activate gene expression differently, and you're going to have about specific pathways and how these pathways are like switches that when turned on, the body can perform and do what it's supposed to do. And so please listen up. What you have your hands on is peer reviewed, it's published, it's scientific, but the bottom line, it works in humans. I don't know how it's going to affect you, but I know what a body looks like differently when it's activated versus not activated. And you have choices, and you can go to GNC or Sprouts or Rite Aid, and you can say, your doctor say, hey, you need a multivitamin, and you can have a choice of 100 things and not have any idea what they're doing. You're going to learn about science. You're going to learn about passion of individuals that they put their name behind with these products because of what they've seen do in individuals they've worked with for, in my case, decades. And many of them even longer than that. So I'm excited to learn from these people just as you are, because you are literally about to embark on a brand new technology when it comes to how in which, in my opinion, vitamins, minerals, and nutrition will be made, and the potential to unlock your body's potential in a way that never has been known before.
You rock, my friend. I appreciate you so much, and just taking the time to really educate people on what we have our hands on here. And if you heard what Brett was saying, he was talking about the body's ability, right? When we take off some of these stressors that are placed on the body has an unbelievable pharmacy inside that we can naturally unlock.
Yes.
And I think Dr. Nancy Bryan, that's part of her world that she's lived and breathed her entire professional life. Listen to this, you guys. She's a certified diabetes educator, certified geriatric pharmacist, certified veterinarian pharmacist. And I love the fact that first and foremost, she's so proud of her grown children, but then also her granddaughters and a grandson that's on the way coming very soon. She's also a 2-time breast cancer and melanoma cancer survivor and warrior.
Amazing. And I just want to stop really quick. I'm getting a couple messages, you guys, that it's echoing a little right now. Are you guys hearing, those of you that are on Zoom, are you hearing a little echo? Okay. And still, you guys aren't at all. Oh, just when it was Brett, maybe that it was echoing. Okay. hopefully we're good. Continue to let us know because we are here for you guys. So we want to make sure that the audio is doing very well. So sorry to interrupt that gorgeous introduction of the beautiful Dr. Nancy Bryan.
And drop below, you guys, into the comments. Let's interact. Let's hear from you guys, what you're thinking, what's sticking out to you, what really are the things that maybe you didn't know before and what you're excited about. So with that, drop some comments, give some love out here on this live, and we'll turn it over to Dr. Bryan.
Yes, and I also too, I think it's so fun when we do these, you know, these Facebooks and whatnot, these Facebook lives and seeing where everybody, we want to see where you're from. Everybody on here wants to see where you're from. So put in the comments, you guys, where are you from? You know, who invited you? Tag your friends on this important information. Have a lot of fun here tonight. Anything that sticks out to you tonight. You know, if you hear, you know, like, oh my gosh, a formulator, he traveled the world, or Brimhall method, I've heard of that before. Put that in the comments. Anything that you see and hear will help people when they're looking back at this. And let's just, this is.
And I always love to see your favorite emoji. Cracks me up. So
squid.
Drop some of those down below.
Squid.
All right, Dr. Bryan, we will turn it over to you to bless us with your knowledge.
Oh, first and foremost, can you hear me okay? Yay. Thank you so much for putting this together tonight. This is just such an awesome opportunity for people to hear about something that really is so cutting edge. And I have so many people so many times ask me, what is it that has brought you to LifeVantage? Why were you looking there? Because it isn't something you needed to do. It isn't something that you normally would do with your background. And I think that's important for people to know and understand because you know what? I started my career as a pharmacist, a clinical pharmacist. I've always been very passionate about diabetes and helping older people and kids, also autism, all those kinds of things. And what I found most important was helping people to retain wellness was so much better than trying to get them back to it by utilizing medications. And most just didn't work. In fact, what made me most upset about it was that often I would see them end up getting on more and more prescriptions and still not improving. And so as we've come forward with health and wellness today, I'm so excited to be part of something. This nutrigenomic thing that we're doing is amazing. And my passion, most of all, is taking a look at cells and the balance of the cell, because we know that the balance of the cell, the homeostasis in that cell, getting rid of the trash and producing energy and all those kinds of things are what really truly is the true theory of longevity, because you're healthy and you stay healthy, allowing the body to do what it can do. And that's what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about the ability to have a new product that's being added that's going to do some amazing things that we don't see on a basis of looking at some supplements that are out there. There's so many supplements out there. There's so many medications out there. But what this is the activation of the body. And why we're so excited about this is that there's 2 or 3 pathways that the activation of those pathways have just incredible impact on our wellness. And first and foremost, staying well. That's my passion. And when we can stay well, that's going to go a long way to helping with longevity. So tonight, what we're going to be hearing a lot about from some of the other speakers is, first and foremost, one of our new products, this thing called an NAD synergizer, Protandim NAD synergizer. Yay! And I'm so excited about it because it does some amazing things. Most importantly, it helps the balancing act that I just talked about in the cell. What it's going to do is it's going to help with the homeostasis of that cell. So you have the mitochondria doing their job, you have the nucleus and the pathways that express our genes doing their job and getting out the trash. And all together you have a CEO controlling that cell so that those things are happening. And for me, first and foremost, as a breast cancer survivor, I know optimally, I am dependent, my health is dependent on having the balance in a cell. And so that's what we're looking for, is having that ability to be able to see our bodies activate themselves. Because as you said so eloquently, Sean, having our own pharmacy in our body basically is the chemistry of our body, and it's balancing. So we have the teeter-totter balancing back and forth in a perfect harmony. And when we see that perfect harmony happening, we're just going to feel a lot more positive. We're going to feel motivated. One of the things that we want to talk about with this NAD Synergizer tonight is it is like crystal clear clarity for your mind, and the ability to have and maintain a positive mood. Who doesn't want that? I know for me that after going through all the things that I've been through, I'm more than happy to put a smile on my face now and to be motivated to go do the things I want to do. And along with that, we see so many other things that are going to happen through the activation of these pathways. So I just want to say thank you so much for having me on. I know that we're going to get more into detail about the NAD Synergizer with a few of the other speakers, but I just want to say that for me personally, I can't tell you how much I've appreciated having that mental clarity and to be able to have the motivation and the energy to get out and to be able to go do the things that I want to do and to be able to live my life the way I intend to live it, especially with those grandkids.
Yes.
You rock. I love it. I love listening to you. And
Hearts for Nancy. Dr. Nancy.
You just have a way of really simplifying the message and making it so like a finance guy like myself can truly understand from the pharmacy side what we've got our hands on. And that's the coolest thing about everything that you're hearing tonight, you guys, is this is about becoming the best version of you.
Yes.
Right? We're unlocking again the body's potential to do what it was designed to do, because it works usually really well when we're younger. And then as we get a little bit older, I'm at level 42 now in my life.
Level 42.
Stuff doesn't work as well as it did when I was a little bit younger. But what we're doing is just getting the body back in balance to do what it was designed to do. And if you listen to what Dr. Brian was saying, she was talking about those 3 levels or 3 layers of really activation.
Yes.
And we're talking about NRF2 pathway, NRF1, and this brand new product that's being launched in Long Beach, October 4th, NAD. It absolutely has blown us away on what we're seeing, what we personally have felt. We actually got to take the product a little bit early. We've been on it for a couple of months, and you're right, that laser focus is unbelievable, and we love it. We love it. We love it.
Yes, yes, yes. You know, I was just, when you were sitting there talking about the clarity and the focus, I have to just, I'm looking at you, Tanya, right now. And I'm not to put you on the spot, but I'm looking at you because this is, you guys, this is one of my dearest friends in the world. She's my soul sister. I've known her since I moved here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. She's now in Idaho, and we met through an email. And I said to her, I'm like, oh my gosh, I am so in love with you from this first email because of the communication through the email and just the conversation that was going back and forth. And so blessed to do this live with Tanya and be here together. But Tanya has been blessed now to be able to be on the product for this new Protandim NAD Synergizer for 2 weeks now. And I'm not kidding you. And I was talking with Miss Darcy today at a volleyball game of my daughter's. And I'm like, have you seen Tanya, how she's talking and what she's doing and her passion and her conviction? And she's like, yeah, I saw this live the other night of her. There is something going on, Tanya, with you. And not to put you on the spot right now, but I'm going to, if you could, let's see, Sean can get you unmuted. How have you been feeling since you put this NAD product into your body? I don't want to steal any of your amazing thunder.
No, like I'm so nervous because I'm not a doctor, people. Like, I'm super excited. Like, I can't believe I'm on this panel. But I told Michelle, I'm like, I would love to bring the layman's version to the people. And I just keep thinking of all of those people that are being tagged right now by a friend that knows information that you don't know. And you're being exposed to this for the very first time. Please stay with us, because this is a beautiful seed that is going to be planted into your life. When this was introduced to me like 8 years ago, I didn't know that there were pathways in the body that you could activate. I just thought like blood runs through your veins, and if you get sick, that's the hand you're dealt with, good luck. But there's pathways in our body that we can activate. And we have NRF2, we have 3 levels of anti-aging that are phenomenal. The first level, Nerf2, I didn't know that existed. I mean, reducing oxidative stress in the body, reducing the rusting of your cells, huge, right? Then we have, that's like the shampoo. And then we have Nerf 1. It boosts the energy in your cells. That's mitochondria. It's like the conditioner. And now we're bringing you the stylist that gets to use the shampoo and the conditioner and make everything so pretty. And that's the NAD. That's what I've been on for like a little over a week. And here's the things as a layman person, a stay-at-home mom that's worked retail management, that got my attention. Like NAD, they say it's the closest thing to the fountain of youth. They say it can also probably make you look better. Who doesn't want a pill that makes you look better? I would love for that side effect to happen to me. They're saying that it enhances your longevity genes, right? I read a story of a 78-year-old man whose family called him Eeyore and started hiking 6 days a week and then traveling the world because he took an NAD booster. There are doctors around the world that know about NAD, and they've been giving people infusions that cost thousands of dollars. And now we're bringing to market an NAD product that boosts it by 100%. It's crazy. Like, it's 3 layers of anti-aging that I am the granddaughter to a grandfather and a grandmother that died of heart disease. I am the niece to an aunt that died of Alzheimer's. I am the daughter to a mother that died of bladder cancer, or that was diagnosed with bladder cancer stage 4. And I didn't know that I could be proactive, that I could give myself a fighting chance. And I'm going to be as proactive as I possibly can. Everybody's trying to be proactive today. People are taking DNA tests. They want to know what their DNA history is. They want to get a lead on their health. And you need to do it before it's too late. And these 3 layers, it's giving us that fighting chance. It's giving us that, this NAD, the enhanced mood that I have. And I too, other people are saying they feel like they have, more hours in the day. I have never been so flippin' productive in my life. I am getting so much done, and I'm not mad about it. Like, I just want to keep doing work. I just want to get stuff done. And my husband, who has been taking it for a week, he didn't think he needed it. So he went a day without it. And that day he went without it, he was dragging. He walked into the coffee room at work and he's like, I didn't take my coffee. And he realized, or he wanted coffee because he hadn't taken his NAD. And this weekend, he got on a scooter and acted like a 14-year-old. That is not normal for him. Like, it just is. I'm so excited about this product. I'm so excited that you're here. You get to hear about it. Like, I'm only the 3rd person in this lineup. You get to hear from the rest are all amazing doctors, and then an amazing human being that's going to tell you even more passion about what we have. So please stay with us. I am so glad you're here. I'm just feeling amazing. And again, who doesn't want to be in a better mood? And ladies, who doesn't want their husband to be in a better mood? Okay. We all want our husbands to be in a good mood right along with us.
Wow. I love it. So drop below if you want your husband to be in a better mood. That's awesome. That's awesome. And we've known Tanya for a long time now. And I can tell you that this has been transformational in many, many different aspects of her life and her family's life. Yeah. And I love being able to do life with these people that are on here and the people that we've partnered to, again, to change the world. Yes. And we want to impact people in a major, major way. And it's on the health side, it's in the business world, it's just being better people and personal development. And just off of her passion and her excitement, you guys, if you want 3 layers of activation in your body, drop a comment below, activate me, activate me, activate me. Let's hear it, because I'll tell you, I have definitely seen that transformation, and it isn't just on the inside of her body. It's every aspect,
soul is radiating,
everything about her. And I love that you're really, really stepping into the person we always knew that you were going to have, that platform to just change people and change the world. I love it. I love it, Tanya.
So beautiful. So beautiful.
So we have my favorite doctor in Canada, Dr. Sveta Silverman. This lady,
she's giving you the eye.
This lady, I have literally traveled all over North America, and we've been across the globe together as well too, but mostly North America, doing business together. And I love being able to lock arms with somebody that is such highly regarded medical professional to balance out my business background and just to validate what we have our hands on. But listen to this. She came to Canada from Russia. She was an immigrant from Russia to Canada. In Russia, she was a pediatric surgeon, you guys. And when she came to Canada, she wasn't able to practice. So she went to medical school again. She's a doctor ×2, and she is now a surgical pathologist in Edmonton, Alberta. And she, more than anything else, she radiates love. And just helping other people. And she didn't get into this for the job part of it. She didn't get into it to be an entrepreneur. She got into this because she knew it was a tool that could radically transform people's lives. And she literally has gone around the world to educate people on this and go to different conferences and is one of the leading experts in the world, definitely on NRF2, but on a lot of these different pathways that we've talked about tonight.
Yes, love you, sister. Thanks for being here. So as this incredible woman that you are, that Sean just talked about, what are you so excited about when it comes to, you know, this whole line here that we have here, and all the people that are watching tonight, because so many people are watching for the first time. So as you, as a surgical pathologist, what are you so excited about, and what's your message to the gorgeous souls out there watching
about
tonight?
my introduction by Sean Poe? Like, I mean, I think we're done by now. So first of all, thank you for allowing me to be on the panel. It's very humbling. Second of all, Tanya just said that some of us do DNA tests. Well, Tanya, guess what? I am proactive. I did my DNA test. And you know why I did my DNA test? Because LifeVantage represent what is called epigenetics, or we can call epigenomics. What does that mean? That why didn't I wanted to know not what genes are wrong, but actually what are the gene connectors? Because the gene connectors I can modify. And that's where we teach that TRISM, or the basically the credo of LifeVantage. For me, I am a doctor of cells, and that's what I teach. You guys cannot get happy and you cannot get healthy if your cells are not healthy. I haven't seen an unhealthy person who is per se happy, but I have seen a lot of happy people who are healthy. So for us to become healthy, we are a lump of cells. We are that cellular mansion. And every cell from here to the tip of my toe has the same pathways and has the same pathways to stay healthy. Your body is not going to segregate between brain cell and toe cell, a liver cell and ovarian cell. No, and that's what per se we're bringing on board. So we're bringing those patterns and pathways. Why are we NRF2 activators? Why am I so passionate about NRF2 protein complex? Well, because it is called cellular guardian for a reason. It guards the cells. Unfortunately, when Nancy mentioned that, when we are getting older and when we are bombarded by the life that we're living in, and none of us, as far as I know, lives in an uninhibited island, we're all bombarded with every modality of stress, including these guys, our favorite guys, cell phones. These are our very, very silent killers. So number one, we need to clean the cells. Here comes your NRF2 guardian. This is the foundation of cellular health. Now, cell is like a mechanical, beautiful mechanical watch, like a beautiful working antique mechanical watch that is full of little wheels. So the mechanical watch that some of you don't know, we do, we're older people, you wind it. And you know that these wheels, they have to work, all of them. And every little slot needs to fall into the rivet or vice versa. And if one of them doesn't, the watch is going to stop. And this happens when the watch is rusted or the watch is just dusty. Well, that's the cell. We get dusted and we get polluted when we get older. And guess what happens now? Now, another analogy is, so is the vacuum cleaner. So when we're born, those cellular vacuum cleaners are Dysons. You get older, so those cellular mechanisms, those cellular vacuum cleaners turn into dustbusters. So it makes a lot of sound, but there is no functionality. Here comes your NRF2 activation. Now, why do doctors support LifeVantage NRF2 activators? Because there are 26 peer-reviewed studies on National Institute of Health database. And over 90 studies mention Protandim on PubMed Central, which is also a very governed search engine for National Institute of Health. This is my foundation. So then, okay, fine, we're cleaning the cells. Then cell is a mechanical watch, over 80,000 parts to the cell, and every part has to work right. Now, there are more functional parts, there are less functional parts. What is the most important part of your car? What is the most important part of your cell? Is your engine. What is your cellular engine? Is your mitochondria. That is the organelle, not only the one that gives us energy, it's a powerhouse, but that is the organelle that controls our DNA. So the second foundation of LifeVantage is NRF1 activation, which is turn on mitochondrial genes, because when we get older, our mitochondria becomes older and becomes dysfunctional. But not only it becomes dysfunctional, the mitochondrial numbers decrease unless you're hitting the gym every day for extended period of time. And how many of us do that? Nobody. Plus, it's not healthy either. So we need to turn on that mitochondrial DNA. Welcome to NRF1 world. So now you're combining cellular cleanliness and the mitochondrial boost. What is a mitochondria? Mitochondria is an organelle that are full of different machines, because those machines, they basically, it's like a Christmas factory with Santa Claus. So they convert one toy to the other. It's like a conveyor belt. So that is your mitochondria. It converts your, food or your electrons to the final destination, when it gives us literally energy. Welcome to NAD world, or the world of sirtuins. Now, sirtuins are the proteins. Forget about the name. We know, doctor, sirtuins. Sirtuins are essential conductors of those electrons. But your sirtuins are not going to work when they're not boosted. And what is the boost? The boost is your NAD. Without NAD, your sirtuins are sitting like this. They're dormant, they're non-functional, and it doesn't matter how many are they. So you need your NAD. So this comes your trio. Your trio is clean the cells, the foundation, NRF2 activation. Now boost those mitochondrial activation via this mitochondrial genes, and then upregulate the mitochondrial system. And that is not enough. NAD is more than that. It is very important, for example, in Dr. Nancy Bryan's case, because NAD is also a cofactor of some genes that suppress tumors. This is my category, this is my ground. However, guys, again, we're talking cell. So I told you about three trio Protandim per se. Sorry, I named it, sorry, forgive me. NRF2, NRF1, NAD. However, it's not going to work if your cell is not complete. If your cell is not properly bounded by that cellular membrane, if that membrane is fractured, eroded, folded, ain't going to work. So why are we propagating very simple fish oils? Well, because they sustain that cellular integrity. So without cellular, again, it's that functionality of the cell. And on top of it, we can never, ever forget about our microgut, about our microbiota. Why? Well, because if you look at every one of you, including me, 90% of us are actually bugs, and 10% of us are the human flesh. Well, you choose whether you want good bugs or bad bugs. I choose good bugs. So choose good microbiota, good probiotics. It's going to give you happiness, but it's also give you a whole lot more, including over 80% of your immune system function. So that is why, guys, there are so many doctors are so excited of what we have. Yeah. And that's why there are so many doctors in LifeVantage. We, number one, for me, it's how many lives do I change? It's very simple to diagnose cancer, and it's a power. It's not a legacy. A legacy is how I teach people to prevent it, to take charge of their lives with modifying their lifestyle, modifying their pattern, trying to teach them how to eat right and how to upregulate their cells. It is a must. I'm done.
You're amazing. You're amazing, Dr.
I'm done.
Mic drop. Yep. She rocks. And I love how you said, you know, NRF2 is really the guardian of the cell, the cleanup crew. And we've got NRF1, the cellular engine, and then NAD, kind of the CEO of the cell. And that's really what we're talking about, is activating those different things in the body to make the cells run better.
Yes, I'm sorry. You were talking and I got excited. So Dr. Sveta, Dr. Nancy, Dr. Gandhi, let's see, Dr. Gandhi, all these gorgeous souls here. So I just have to say, while you were talking, some people know that we've been on this product for a couple of months now. And while we were on this product, we were so blessed and fortunate to have earned a trip to Ireland through the company. They paid for us. Sean and I, one of the greatest things that this company has given us is freedom to take our girls and to travel the world and to take them to places, to learn the cultures, to taste the foods, to do all those things. So we are very grateful to travel the world often. And when we do that, you get something called jet lag. Right? You get something called jet lag. And I have to tell you, over the years, as these new products come out to activate our body, it always gets better and better and better. But I went to Ireland, we've been on this product, we got there, and I'm like, I'm feeling really good. Like, I feel normal. Like, I don't feel like I have jet lag. So I was just chalking it up to nothing, right? Like, it's okay. We must have had good sleep. We must have had something. Our flights must have just worked out just by chance. But I'm telling you, that's never happened before. Well, we went over to London right after that and stayed there for a few days and then flew back home. And Sean and I, what happened? We did not have jet lag when we got back home. And I'm sorry to get all excited about it, but I started telling people, I'm like, this is the craziest thing. I did not have jet lag. People are like, you just got home. You're out doing this. You're talking about this. You do this. And like I said, I feel exactly the same. And I'm telling you, the only thing that has been different is I've been on Protandim NAD. The hashtag used to be Super7 before it was out there. So Dr. Sveta looks really excited, but yes?
You should know, so you're talking about jet lag. So I ended up in Japan.
Yes.
At the NRF2 conference. So Japan is 15 hours ahead of me.
Yes.
So, and, you know, I slept maybe 3-4 hours every day, and all other North Americans. We all met in the lobby at about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. However, I was running and they were angry. So, and then during the day, they were like this, and I was absolutely wide awake. Even on 3-4 hours a day of sleeping, yes. I was full blown, my eyes on the screen. And then when I came home, no jet lag, period.
You guys, I'm telling you, and we've heard it from others that were doing it as well. And so I just have to tell you, I was reading something from a gentleman from Harvard, and he said, well, he's been doing this as well. He says he doesn't experience jet lag like he used to. In the wording here from Time Magazine, he also said hangovers, but We won't go there right now, but that's what he said in there. But you know, when you think of activating your body, right? Focus, clarity, deeper sleep. I've noticed that. So we're going to keep going because we want to keep moving along and protecting your time tonight, you guys, because this is really important. We still have here Mr. Taylor Waring, I'm going to introduce, and one of the top 50 cardiologists here in the world, Dr. Gandhi. So Taylor, I'm going to bring it over to you right now, if I could please. You guys, Taylor Waring has been a dear friend of ours for how many years now?
Oh, a lot of years, 7, 8 years now.
And Taylor, you guys, is family to us. He's absolutely family to us. His first thing that he always says is, how are the girls? How are the girls? And the girls look to him as, you know, I don't even want to say uncle. It's just like a brother, like everything, just the dearest of friends. And Taylor is with our company, and he is such an incredible asset to our company because he offers up this vision, and he's growing up within this profession, you guys, and he knows what's for real, right? We are not a company of hype, as you can probably see here tonight with these different medical professionals and us giving you our true hearts and souls. Everything in life is our name. And Taylor would not be at a company if it wasn't something very unique and special. And I don't want to take away, Taylor, anything that you see with this gorgeous company and what you see with this product launch that's coming out that is so important. And that's the thing, you guys, that's why we're here tonight, is that this is so important for all of you. And that's why we have you here, because we want you to live a life that you deserve. Okay, so Taylor, please share with us your heart tonight. And thank you for taking time to be with us.
It is my greatest pleasure. Can everyone hear me okay? If at any time I'm not watching myself, I'm watching you guys. So if I get choppy, you let me know. And I am going to go fast because I want to respect all of your time, everyone that's on here. Such amazing speakers so far. And I want to talk to a little, same audience, just a little bit different talk track, I guess, for my part, because again, I'm not a doctor. I'm on the corporate side. My position is the Director of New Leader Experience on the corporate side of our company. But I want to speak to all the guests. I want to speak to all the people that have never really heard of LifeVantage or never have really heard about any of this stuff before, or just looking at network marketing for the first time. I really want to speak to the people working in retail, the people that are driving Ubers, the people that are bartenders or servers, the people that are doing that hourly wage position. But I also want to talk to those high-level executives as well. What I want to talk about is really what we all strive for, is living our best life. What is our best life look like? Genuinely. And this isn't a pipe dream. And a lot of people think it's too good to be true. It's too good for me. Some people go listen to Sean and Michelle's story about what they were doing before network marketing. I can guarantee you there was 100,000 times in their life where they said that there's no way we're meant to be living a life of 7-figure earners and at home with our daughters every single day. And they had the same thoughts that we're just corporate America. This is what we do, until they were presented with an opportunity. And what I want to say is, if you're going to look at opportunities, if you do have that entrepreneurial bone in your body, and you're going to take a look at something in the space, I don't think that there is anything better to look at than network marketing. Yes, there's affiliate marketing. Yes, there's real estate. And yes, there's lots of ways that you can go out and make money. Airbnb. I mean, there's a million ways that you can go and make money from home these days. But what we have is leverage and in network marketing. And on top of that, of all the companies in the profession of network marketing, the reason why I chose to partner with LifeVantage was very simple. The product offering was so incredibly strong, and it was changing the lives of people all over this planet for the better. It really was. Through the products and the opportunities, so many incredible things have happened over the last decade. LifeVantage is a network marketing company that's withstood the test of time. Not many companies in this space make it past 5 years, let alone make it to 10, let alone have their 10th year in business be their strongest growth year in company history. And so all that to say is LifeVantage is one of those companies that is that diamond in the rough, is that if you've been sitting there going, when is my time going to come? When is that moment going to come where I could change my stars, where something could come across, if I could go back and buy $10,000 worth of Bitcoin when it was sitting at 10 cents a coin, yeah, I'd go back and do that. Of course I would, and sell it at 19,000, knowing what the market was going to do. Yeah, you'd be sitting there with hundreds of millions of dollars. Sometimes life isn't that easy. Sometimes we can't go back, but what you can do is you can look at trends. And what we've come to see is that biohacking, if you went and studied what our CEO, Darren Jensen, did, is he went and looked at all of the top CEOs, did this consensus of the top 4 major trends that they see in the next decade worldwide. And the number 1 trend worldwide is going to be the rise of the health activated individual. That is what people are focusing on. And it's not just this mothers that want to be taking care of their children anymore. These are 18, 19, 20-year-olds that are literally going to Whole Foods, spending 3 times as much on their groceries because they want to be eating organic, because they care about what they're putting into their bodies, because they want to be more preventative as opposed to reactionary within their lifestyle. And so what LifeVantage, what we are doing here is we are a biohacking company. And if you break down the word biohacking, it's one of my favorite words when broken down and understood. Bio meaning life. Hacking is all you do with the hack. All it is an optimization. And so all we're doing is optimizing life. Biohacking is just life optimization. And that's really what our goal here is at LifeVantage is to do. And so for those of you that are looking for something, it might not be full-time. Maybe you just have some cracks in your life where you want to be able to start building your fortune and building something for your family. What I'll tell you is these products, of all the products within within network marketing, LifeVantage is bringing the strongest product offering to the table. Not only, I mean, our flagship product is so strong, and LifeVantage could have sat alone on our NRF2 product, and we could become a $1 billion a year company on NRF2 alone. The reduction of oxidative stress, to know that it is clinically proven to reduce oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. What we have is something very special. Then to know that the company didn't get lazy like so many do once they have this amazing flagship product, and that they continue to bring NRF1, working on your mitochondrial health, saw another pathway open, another just endless amount of blessings that come from that product. And now NAD Synergizer, we didn't even talk about the products in between, not to mention that LifeVantage has an award-winning on the Think Dirty app hair care system, not to mention that our True Science skincare activates your skin on 42 different levels and 42 different collagen levels on the skin. Not to mention that Axio is getting your brain started up and moving on a daily basis. Smart Energy, my son, is on this every day. To see the difference in him going through 5th grade, it's just been unbelievable to see him come home and say, Dad, where's my book? And go sit down and read for an hour every day after school. I mean, how many parents want their 10-year-old to come home and say, where's my book? Instead of, can I go play Fortnite? And so honestly, this product offering has not gotten lazy, and it will never get lazy. It will continue to get strengthened. And what we're seeing now with this launch of this new NAD Synergizer this weekend is the fact that we are so honored to bring just one more arrow in your quiver, one more thing for you to be able to bring to the masses and say, look, we are no jokes. This is game-changing stuff. And on top of that, from a corporate standpoint, this is a company that is about to enter into a phase of momentum. For those of you that want to be a part of something fun, something bigger than yourself, something that's built around blessing the lives of others. The only way you become successful in LifeVantage, the only way you become successful in network marketing is by blessing the lives of hundreds of people around you, if not thousands, inadvertently through yourself and others. But all that to say is we are on the cusp of something very, very special at LifeVantage. For those of you that don't know, the company is publicly traded on the NASDAQ. We just had a $25 million growth year over the last 12 months and are entering into an amazing new year ahead. When I came to this company just under 2 years ago, the stock was trading at just around $3 a share on the NASDAQ. It just closed 2 days ago at just around $16, just under $16 a share. It's been an amazing run, but it's just getting started. The next 10 years are going to be unbelievable compared to the last 10. And just so many thanks for all the people that have come before us. All the thanks to Sean and Michelle and all these amazing leaders on this panel that have literally blazed the way, blazed the trail, so that those that are watching this as guests right now can walk into LifeVantage with an unbelievable system and with unbelievable products and with unbelievable servant leadership support that is all the way up to the very top of this company. There's not one person that wouldn't take 30 minutes on the phone with you to sit and talk about your journey and how they can bless your life. That is what we have here at LifeVantage. I love the name of this team, One Team, Big Difference, but honestly, we are literally one team. We are one LifeVantage. We are one family. There's people from all over this entire company on this Facebook Live right now, on this Zoom, watching on watch parties all over the world. And so our goal is literally to come together and to show that every person, if you are hungry for something different in your life, if you are hungry for a change, if you want your 2020 to look different than your 2019 and not just be another year that goes by, then this is genuinely something that is worth taking a look at. This is genuinely something worth going and doing your due diligence on. I put 6 months worth of due diligence into looking at LifeVantage hard before I joined the corporate team. And what I will tell you is I was pleasantly surprised at every layer I went deeper. Every time I went deeper and talked to a different distributor or talked to someone else at corporate, I was just like, what? Eventually there's going to be someone that's going to tell me the truth of what's going on here. And I was just finally presented with the fact that this is the truth, that this is a company built on no ego, that this is a company built on real products that have the scientific and clinical proof behind them, that you need to go out into the marketplace and not feel like you're selling snake oil to anyone that will listen in your family. I'm genuinely honored to represent this opportunity, and I'm genuinely honored to be on this panel and to be able to share with anyone that really is looking for a change in their life. Genuinely. Because if you are literally in the right place at the right time. And my hope is that 5-10 years from now, I'm talking to you, the brand new person right now that's looking at this and feels a fire in your belly. My hope is that 5-10 years from now, when you get up on stage and you're getting your Pro 10 recognition and you've got 15 minutes on stage and your life is completely changed, that you're able to reference this panel and say that 10 years ago, I was invited to be a guest on this crazy live. And I got on someone's watch party on someone's random page. And I was just inspired. And because of that, I went and looked. And because of that, I decided to go to work. And 10 years later, thousands of people have been blessed because of my decision. And inadvertently, because of all those people's lives that have been blessed, I have been able to create an income for myself that I'm going to be able to leave behind for generations to come, that will be able to bless this planet based on my efforts. I don't know if there's anything better in this world that we could do than that. And that's all I've got for you guys tonight. Sean and Michelle, I love you more than life. You guys are so amazing. Thank you for putting this all together. Thank you for everyone that's on here and everyone that's taken the time to be a part of it. To keep going. I mean, I've got a page worth of notes right now, and I've got another page I'm ready for with Dr. Gandhi and Dondi and Marcy Nettles coming out. I mean, just stay tuned because the information is going to keep rolling. But thank you so much for having me on.
Appreciate you so much. And thanks for jumping on and giving us that industry and profession perspective from the corporate side. Because when this industry is done right with the right people and the right products, it's one of the most incredible ways to do business. I've been in the biggest corporate environment that you could be in. We've done small businesses, online businesses, but I'll tell you what, this industry, this profession, bar none, has given us the most satisfaction and the most blessings out of anything we've ever done. And so drop in some love here, put some hearts, put some thumbs up, drop us some comments on what you're liking again that you're hearing. You know, is it about activating your life and locking arms with other entrepreneurs? Is it about activating your health? You know, what is it that you're looking to do? Personal development, purpose, things like that. And there's so many different things that we have as far as blessings coming out of this company and the people that we're locking arms with. Yes. We have the pleasure to work with, and I'm going to read a bit of this bio because it is just extraordinary.
Yeah, hold on, you guys. I know we're going a little bit longer, but it's worth it. You do not want to get off of here.
So Dr. Gandhi, we've gotten to know her over the last little while, and I'll tell you, she is one of the most respected cardiologists, not in North America, not in this side of the Western Hemisphere, but across the globe. Listen to this, you guys. Her mission is really to eradicate cardiovascular disease by preventing heart attacks and reversing heart disease using non-invasive, cost-effective treatments. Well, in India, before she was over in the United States in LA, she was India's first woman preventative cardiologist and founder of the Institute of Preventive Cardiology. And this is in 1999 in Mumbai. She pioneered the concept of preventive and non-invasive cardiology, for which her work was applauded by late Indian President Dr. Kalam. She was awarded Finance Minister India as the best woman entrepreneur of 2006. I mean, if you're going to listen to anybody, you've got to listen to what she has to say and why she's decided to use this as another tool in her tool belt to bless the world.
And why, again, you guys, again, these are their names, right? This is their livelihood. This is their everything. And Dr. Gandhi, we just love you. You go and share why you're so excited, and then we'll finish it out, you guys, and just celebrate this blessing of an evening.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me right?
Yes.
Okay, great. So it has been a beautiful evening, and all the wonderful speakers have done a great job. In fact, they've covered so much. But you know, Sean and Michelle are very smart ones. They have saved the best for the last. Because Dondi and Marcy have done amazing video, you know, like like in this we are just sharing highlights, but I really loved their video, and they will be speaking after me and sharing a lot. I'm so excited. Like last year when I discovered Protandim, thanks to John Brooks, who brought me and into LifeVantage, and all the amazing people. Before I share my excitement, I just want to give a disclaimer that the products which we are discussing are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease, because I am going to, whatever the views I'm giving is an independent physician, and I'm giving you scientific reviews, you know, because of these products I have studied, and especially NAD Synergizer. I'm going to share some studies which are very, very relevant from the cardiovascular point of view. One amazing thing what I love about LifeVantage is, like doctors have medical reps to educate. I feel the LifeVantage family, the wonderful distributors all over the world, are actually nutrigenomics reps, you know, and they are here to enlighten the doctors, you know, because most of the things what we are talking here are never taught in our cardiology courses, or whatever the, I call it now stupid 12 years we spend in learning so much, you know, just fixing things. But what NAD does is something amazing, which I'm going to share. So the Protandim family, which we are all aware of, already has NRF2, which has been widely discussed. And just to recap, reduces oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. NRF1 increases the mitochondrial dysfunction. And we have got a very, very powerful NAD Synergizer. I will just say the full form: nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. Nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, because most of the times when people say NAD, what does NAD stand for? That's the basics. So I thought of sharing it. What does it do? It basically increases the sirtuin activity. Now again, like NRF2 protein, we all know. So what is sirtuin? Sirtuin is basically, these are in layman's terms what we call the housekeeping genes. You know, they are the proteins which are related in our aging process. Okay, so all of us love to stay young, and isn't it wonderful that if this activity is doubled in 24 hours, oh my God. So this is what NAD does, you know, like, and I think all the women out here, and I saw that excitement in Tanya, especially the way she was, and Dr. Nancy, everyone has been on the products except for me. I have just heard about it. So, but I think the excitement is great enough. And I think the most excited person I have heard is Carrie Dickey. She's already very much excited in life, and I saw that great excitement in her. So all of you have heard the wonderful testimonials. What I'm going to share with you is in relevance to cardiology, how this product is important. So in cardiology, like what I represent is preventative cardiology, and that makes me very, very different from the routine cardiologists, because they are all about treating heart attacks or doing an open heart surgery or an angioplasty, which I do not do. And I help people saving from doing that, you know. And I think that is very exciting, you know. So so that's the reason I'm so much in love with LifeVantage and all its products, because what it does is exactly very important in preventive healthcare. So when I, as a preventive cardiologist, when I want to help people prevent heart attacks, one of the reasons like why you get a heart attack is a blockage. Okay, so this blockage, the root cause of the blockage is inflammation. So what NAD synergizer and the sirtuin activity does, it actually goes and attacks the root cause. It reduces inflammation, it reduces the endothelial dysfunction. Another exciting thing, what it also does is it increases angiogenesis. Angiogenesis means formation of new blood vessels. Okay, so that is also very important, because as we age, the blockages, if they start forming, but imagine if the new vessels are also forming, we get more blood supply. And most important is in heart attack, what actually happens is a blood clot, which goes and sits and cause boom, that emergency. So it also is known, like especially in this, there is this natural ingredient, which is a wasabi root, which actually is known to reduce the platelet aggregation, and it actually helps in reduction of the blood clots, you know. So this was pretty exciting, that it has got lot of correlation, especially applying to the cardiovascular health. Now, how many of you would like to stay young? I think I had told in one of my talks that, yes, all of us, that maybe like Sean just shared his level 42, but but what is his vascular age? I mean, what is the age of his arteries? Okay, so what is the heart age? So there are the tests to do that. You can go on AHA and you can see that. But you know, the good news is that the NAD synergizer, the sirtuin activity, it helps to actually work on your vascular health. I mean, it helps you to make your arteries more supple. And maybe when we see reports, you know, maybe the age is say 42, but inside is 52. Or, you know, like some people are 60, but inside the heart is at 70. So what I'm excited as a preventative cardiologist is that we are also going to make people young internally. And that really excites me. And even Nancy, as she shared, she is into diabetes education, and this sirtuin activity has a lot of benefits on type 1 and type 2 diabetes also. So I'm sure she's very excited about this product. Dr. Silverman already discussed about the cancer and prevention and all that, so I won't go into it. But the science geeks out here who especially love to go on PubMed, I was happy to find that there are almost like 5,800 studies on sirtuin levels. And especially in cardiology, I was very excited to see that there is a study done by a scientist from Harvard Medical School, Boston. Especially, he has written a paper on the sirtuin activity and NAD in the development and the treatment of cardiovascular diseases, you know, and metabolic syndromes. So what I really like about LifeVantage is that whenever they come out with any products, they do proper research. Like they have found by research that it doubles the sirtuin level activity. Now you can, if you want more information, you can go on PubMed and see all these studies that whenever the sirtuin levels are increased, how it benefits different organs, you know. And as a preventive cardiologist, another thing which interests me is that especially after heart attack. Now, what happens after heart attack? The cells die, okay, and there is cellular death happening. And they have found that NAD synergizer also is beneficial in the reperfusion, okay. So there is this interesting study which has been done by the Spanish National Research Council, you know. There is also another study which has been reported in the American Journal of Physiology, especially in the cardiac circulation division. So that is also about cardiology. So what I'm excited is that we have taken a lot of time, but what I want to tell you is that that even in European Heart Journal, there are a lot of studies on sirtuin level activity and connection with cardiology. And I am super excited because I see as one more tool in my kit to help people prevent heart disease. And why I'm here is that why I always I was just told today morning by Michelle, I had in fact actually had another meeting, but I always give LifeVantage a priority because my mission is to eradicate cardiovascular disease. And I have got this amazing group of 80,000 people worldwide, actually, who is like a army, with me, educating people on cellular health and prevention. And whatever I want to accomplish, I feel that I have this whole beautiful company and the people with me. As Taylor rightly said, there is no ego out here. We are all working with one team, so loving and supporting one another. So I think this product, what I see, is just going to change the face. We are going to have wonderful 10 years. And I'm super excited. And thank you so much, Sean and Michelle, for having me here. And I'm really honored to be on this panel. And thank you so much for calling upon me.
Thanks so much for your time, Dr. Gandhi. And again, I mean, just one of the leading cardiologists in the world, just seeing the vision of what we have our hands on and the potential of what this can do for people's health. I love it. Thank you for sharing. And we're gonna bring it home with Dr. Gandhi and Marcy Nettles. These two are the cutest couple. I love these guys. Dr. Gandhi, he actually had I believe the 4th largest chiropractic clinic in Arizona, seeing like 350 to 400 patients a week, you guys. And they were really a wellness chiropractic clinic focusing on posture correction and then also functional neurologic rehabilitation. And Marcy, her former life prior to coming on board with all of this, she was a detective and a sergeant. And unfortunately, a car accident ended that career a little bit earlier than she would have anticipated. But God brings us into situations and scenarios that we might not see the reasoning when it happens, but we can connect the dots as we go further into life. And these two are just going to bring it home for us. I'm excited to hear from them.
Yes. So I was thinking when Dr. Gandhi was there, I thought of Joel really quick, Joel Mosier, a friend of ours. He's a farmer. And, just thinking of everything being clean and wonderful and getting the body back in balance and activated. He used these words like, I feel like the sky is bluer. I feel like the grass is greener. And this is an incredible farmer he does not sugarcoat, you guys. And I want you to imagine, as some of these guys were saying, better mood, more clarity, more focus, going and getting things done. This farmer was just sitting there going, what is happening to me? Like he was in complete awe, and he felt like he could just go in and go in and go in and go in and go in. And if any of you want to see that, him talking about it, we'll share it with you. But I just love hearing, all of the deep doctor talk. And you guys, this validates what we have. But for us, like I'm like Tanya, I'm just a girl here in South Dakota who is jacked up about living life to the fullest and enjoying my kids, my husband, and all these gorgeous souls here. I'm like, you want to feel this way. You want to wake up and you want to feel this way. And Dr. Gandhi, you guys tag your people. We're going to finish up right now. If anybody is not here, get them on, because holy cow, I heard this guy talk about what we've got here the other day, and my mouth dropped. I love it.
So if you're ready and you are already in, put activate me in the comments and just let us know where you're at, because it will transform your life. I'm telling you that. So I think Marcy's going to kick it off and then throw it over to Dr. Gandhi. So bring it home.
Bring it home.
We're going to switch around here. We're going to let him share his first.
Well, thank you guys. It's just a tremendous honor for me to be on here with this just absolutely star-packed panel here today. And I want to share something that you may or may not have put together, but you see lots of doctors on the panel from multiple different backgrounds. And one of the things that we all have in common is we all took an oath. We took an oath to first do no harm, and second, do everything within our power to help the people that entrust us with their lives and in their health. That's why we're all on here, out of obligation to share what we know with people. And what you've heard information about trends. And there's a couple unfortunate trends that are happening in the world right now. First and foremost, people are getting sicker and sicker, younger and younger, which leads to the other trend, the good trend. People want more natural approaches than they want artificial approaches, which is another reason why you see these doctors here talking about this magnificent pathway. Here's something, so I'm just going to ask the fundamental question. If we had the choice to do something natural versus do something artificial, what would we choose? And natural comes from nature, how our bodies are supposed to work. And I want you guys to understand what a side effect is. A side effect is simply your body's objection to the unnatural approach in which it's being manipulated that may give you less pain, better function or whatever, better blood pressure, but your body's objecting to it because it's unnatural. So let's just start there. If you look at the diseases in the world, most of them originate from one common cause: abnormal cell function. Regardless of what you call the issue, the problem, the diagnosis, the disease, it all has one thing: abnormal cell function in common. And when you deviate from abnormal cell function, it's usually an artificial cause. And so let's just start with that basic foundation of understanding and look at the trends that we were talking about. Trends that people around the world are looking for better health outcomes, and they're looking for a natural way of doing it, which plays right into what our company offers. The other is there's people around the world in this trend of working more hours, more jobs for less income. They're looking for other ways of providing for their family. And what got me out of what I formerly did as a chiropractor, loving what I did, absolutely every miracle that happened in my office, and there was miracles daily, I loved them. But what I loved more that I was unable to participate was being a father. And this gave me the ability to be a father and share what I know, that oath of helping people with everything that I know using natural methods, but in a much grander scale. Now helping people all over the world, not just in my town. So I just want to share with you guys, and I want to bring this home of this trifecta that you were hearing about as how cells function. So I'm going to give you an analogy. If you've ever walked into a restaurant before you gave your name to the host or hostess and you just observed, if you've ever saw tables that had lots of dirty dishes and cups stacked upon them and not very many empty tables, but dirty dishes everywhere, you probably thought, there's not very much cleanup happening. Maybe the cleaning staff, maybe the bus people are not working today. Or you've walked in and you've seen just everybody happy, everybody joyous, everybody eating their food and having great conversation. And you're like, wow, this must be good energy in here. There must be a good source of energy. Or you've walked into a restaurant and looked around and you're the only person there. Then you're looking at it going, well, nothing is happening in here. So what I want to share with you is all of those scenarios have management in common. And so I'm going to start first by in that restaurant analogy, where does the energy come from? It comes from the food coming out of the kitchen, and how well managed and how well orchestrated that happens, and how the delivery process is from being ordered to being made to being delivered, and utilizing and eating it and having that efficiency. If there's a backup in the kitchen, there's a backup in energy, there's a backup in your cells, it doesn't perform well. Or how about the other side of it? If you walk in and there's dirty dishes everywhere and nobody's cleaning up, you got cellular debris, you start becoming sluggish and lethargic and aging more rapidly than your cells should, leading to cellular dysfunction. There's a cleanup method inside your body or inside your cells as well. And what if there's no manager on duty? Let's say you've got great food, great wait staff, great kitchen staff, cooks are all over the place, everybody's happy, but it's chaotic because nobody's managing it. That's the cell environment. What if there was a product that cleaned up cellular debris under normal natural pathways? We have that. It's called Protandim NRF2 by reducing oxidative stress and improving upon your cellular cleanup. What if we had a product that improved upon cellular energy, ATP production, working in the mitochondria? We have that. It's called Protandim NRF1 Synergizer. And then, so now the energy, the kitchen's humming, great food's coming out, people are eating it, people are happy, people are orchestrating, cleaning up, everything is working harmoniously. We've got a great manager on staff, and we have now the overall process functioning inside the cell from cleanup and energy production now gets down to efficiency. Efficiency improves focus and concentration. What does all that provide for you? When you have a restaurant that everything is working right, you have lots and lots and lots of paying customers. Mm-hmm. That analogy that I've just given you, the paying customers, what allows that restaurant to stay open, what gives the buzz in the neighborhood, everybody's talking about it, the paying customers is the NAD. The managers are the sirtuins working in the kitchen, making sure food gets out. the sirtuins working in your cells, making sure there's cellular cleanup. When you've got all the managers, all the people working harmoniously, you have got a wonderful experience as a patron, right? Everybody's been in a situation like that, and you tell everybody about that restaurant. That is analogous to what these three products in combination do inside your cellular environment in a natural way, with the only side effects of looking better, feeling better, and being better, and aging gracefully. So you put those three things together, and it's an absolute honor for me to be here, but it's absolutely my mandate to be here to share that with people, because there's people all over the world looking for something like this, and they're getting it, but they have side effects that comes along with it because the method they're choosing is artificial. We've got a natural method for them. It's just a matter of getting it out there. So guys, thank you so much. And I can't wait to hear from this gorgeous lady who I met through this.
Oh my gosh, guys, I got to tell you, my cheeks hurt. Do your cheeks hurt? My cheeks hurt. I am so excited. I am so happy. And I just cannot wait for all of you to be able to have this activation going on inside of your bodies. Because guys, what we are not doing is supplementing something that is deficient. We are activating something that has gone dormant. Okay. So just as Michelle said, you know, I used to be a police detective. I loved my career, but things happen. Something could happen to you that would take you out of your ability to go to your job tomorrow. What would you do? That happened to me in a car accident just over 10 years ago. And I ended up in a really dark place. I was there when LifeVantage found me. I had actually gone through 4 suicide attempts because of this accident, losing my purpose, losing hope. There are people around you right now that have lost their hope. And this could be what they are screaming out to God for. Okay. So I just want to share with you my story a little bit about my experience once LifeVantage found me. I started these products immediately because it had given me that hope that I could get my mind and my body working again. I had had 3 spine surgeries. That's why I couldn't be a police officer anymore. And so I was in a lot of pain and my mind wasn't working. So I was frustrated. How many of you are frustrated? How many of you have pain? Well, I had phenomenal results really quickly, and I was on Protandim NRF2. Then Protandim NRF1 came into the game, and my energy started going up, and I was able to share this information with even more passion than I could when just the trash was being taken out with Protandim NRF2. Well, what I got to tell you now with NAD, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. So my mental clarity, my focus, my get crap done it stuff, you know, focus, tasks, they just melt away. It seems like, just like what you were saying, Michelle, that things are just more clear. Things almost, do you remember cartoons where they sometimes will show like a number showing up here because they want you to focus on it, and then a number over here? It's like everything is that much more clear in my vision. Not just in my vision from my eyes, but in my vision for the future. So I am so stoked about that. Something I noticed just a few days ago too was like my cat-like reflexes. So knocking something off the counter and just reaching down and grabbing it. It's like all of a sudden things are working quicker and better than they were before. How about this? I think I'm more funny. I'm seriously telling more jokes. And he's like,
and I'm getting the punchline actually.
So just think about that, guys. How about relieving some of that stress off of your shoulders and being able to look at things with a higher level of almost like a euphoria. Okay, just I'm happy. All right, it's a good thing. But there are people around you right now that want all of these benefits that you've been hearing about. And I loved what Dr. Sveta said about our bodies, them being your cellular mansion. You have a choice, guys. You can choose to take on this 3-level approach for anti-aging with these amazing activation products, or you can choose not to, because it's all a matter of, do you want to age slower or do you want to age faster? Because if you choose not to do activation, that's okay, but it will end up being more of a cellular money pit instead of the cellular mansion. Because what happens when we don't take care of our cells is they break down. A breakdown in cells leads to all kinds of things that you need to go and see doctors for. And we want you to be healthy. We want you to be happy. We want you to be excited about your life. We want you to know that there is great purpose for you and that you could be the answer to somebody's prayer. So guys, I am so excited to be here and help you guys share this information. Thank you, Sean and Michelle. Thank you to all of these amazing doctors. By the way, Tanya, I'm not a doctor either. Thank goodness this company has well over 1,000 medical practitioners and professionals that help us share this information from the geeky science side of things. So the rest of us can just be crazy, excited, passionate about what we have in our hands. So
I love it. I love it. Thanks for bringing that home, you guys. And for all the guests out there, all of you that have been watching tonight, first of all, thank you. Thank you for taking the time to educate on how you can become better. And that's what truly this is about. Some people want to lock arms and run with the business side of this with us. Most people want to at least get their body activated, like Dr. Dondi just said, the trifecta. You know, drop in the comments below 3 or 3 for me if you're ready to get started on that. Or I want to join you guys. You know, let the person know that invited you on here where you're at, and just get back to the person that introduced this to you, because it can change everything. I promise you that.
Yeah, I think, you know, when we go back and you know, Marcy, you were talking about, you know, Nerf 2 and what it did for you, and Nerf 1 and what it did, and now NAD. I keep thinking all the time, and I'm a very, very passionate person, you guys, but one thing that I do not do is sugarcoat. Because why? That's just ridiculous. You know, everything in life is our name, and we've always said that. So we're going to share something with our name and our heart behind it. And I'm telling you, these products, you know, I go back to the very beginning when I first started on Nerf 2, and I said, I feel so much more present. I feel like a better mom. I feel like a better wife. I feel calmer. I feel like I'm sleeping better. And I'm just so grateful. And then you know, being the leaders of nutrigenomics, you know, and Dr. Sveta say epigenetics and all this out there, you know, being the leaders in that, you're like, how can a company do more? And how can we get even better? You know, at going after the number 1, you know, theory of aging, right? Oxidative stress, Nerf 2 activation, number 2 theory of aging, mitochondrial health, number 3 theory of aging, you know, this NAD, the sirtuins and all that. You don't need to know all that. But what you need to know is we are getting balanced, and we want to live life. Those of you that are out there, we want you to live life with your children, to go laugh and to play and to have fun. We want you to go out and play with your grandchildren and be on the ground playing with them, not sitting back, you know, and not having a great, I'm looking at Nancy right now, just smiling so big, because she's like, right, you give so much gratitude. I give so much gratitude every single day I wake up. I thank God for these products. I thank God for this company. I thank God for the people that are here. And you guys, before we got on here, we were praying and just saying, you know, help us give the words to the people that are watching here tonight, because this is for real. This is not hype. This is legit stuff. So get back to the people. And, you know, some of this information, maybe it was like, wow, that was a lot, you know, but some of it is just like, go with your intuition. That's what I did. When my girlfriend Nikki came to me, she was talking about oxidative stress. I'm like, what the heck is that? And I thought I knew a lot about health, and I did not know, but my intuition kept looking and digging and trusting. And listen to your intuition, you guys, and get back to the person that invited you to this, and get your body activated for you. I always say we have one life. We've got to live it to the fullest. You deserve this. These products, we're all bulletproof on it, but we're bulletproof on, you know, this business and the people that are here. And we're just so grateful. And we did go long tonight. We tried, you guys, to do this in like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, but first time around we're doing this, and we're just passionate and we're excited because we love you.
I love it. I love it.
Thanks for sticking with us.
Friday. NAD launches this Friday. People need to know that.
October 4th is going to change the world, you guys. And I would ask yourself, what if? What if what you're hearing is even half true tonight? It's crazy. It could change everything.
Yeah.
But also ask yourself this: if not you, then who? And if not now, when? So make decisions that can change your life to get you where you want to get.
Yes.
Appreciate you guys all. Thank you so much to our panel. You experts are unbelievable. And we will continue to share this.
Yes, you guys, again, like Tanya said, this NAD, you can get all the others right now, but this NAD is coming out on the 4th. You can order it on the 4th. It'll get shipped to you right away. Get on it. I'm telling you, I noticed personally something day 1. I'm not guaranteeing that for you. Marcy said, yes, the same thing. Some people, the farmer that I talked about, it was day 4 for him. And then suddenly, whoa. So it's interesting. So just get it in there. Trust this process. Have a lot of fun. Check it out. And just bless you and thank you. Our hearts are for you. Okay.
All right, you guys.
Bless you.
Thank you.
All right. Good night.